individual doesn't seem particularly fond of you. Perhaps a gift.
I got stuff if you got coin. Get moving. I've got other customers.
Oi! Who took the keep free? It's one to stay!
Chasers are dead. Ruddy Cobb, Splitfoot, Tom, Legends. direction. Toenail.
Give the
Legend.
wolves some booze. They'll love it.
Let's march!
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Happily. But the next noisy but. That's it! I've had enough of you. You think to come here?
Hope your soul is in good hands.
It sizzles! Up! Up!
I must heal.
That's nothing. This is gonna be my night.
Mutilate them.
Can't give up. Moving.
This is gonna be my
Tactical.
No.
Think you can take me on?
What am I to do?
Take your. Take your.
I've got a long road ahead.
My, what manner of place is this? A path to redemption? Or a road to damnation. Hard to say, for your journey is just beginning. What would suit the occasion? The words to a lullaby, perhaps. The mouse smiled brightly. It outfoxed the cat. Then down came the claw. And that, love, was that. They do know how to write them in Cormier, don't they? Well met, I am Raphael. Very much at your service. Why, I never. You're paranoid, aren't you? Must be the surroundings. Rather bleak and lonesome. One feels so exposed. This quaint little scene is decidedly too middle of nowhere for my tastes. Come. There, middle of somewhere.
I don't like this at all.
The House of Hope, where the tired come to rest and the famished come to feed lavishly. Go on, partake, enjoy your supper. After all, it might just be your last. Are you not entertained? Well, far be it from me to disappoint. What's better than a devil you don't know? A devil you do.
Fuck. A Cambion.
Am I a friend? Potentially. An adversary? Conceivably. But a savior? That's for certain. Oh, a mere trifle. How dear is one's soul, really? A rhetorical question, of course, but let me venture an answer. It's worth very little with a tadpole in your head. One skull, two tenants, and no solution in sight. I could fix it all like that. And what is madness but a denial of reality? Still, I have a feeling you'll change your mind before it's changed for you. Try to cure yourself, shop around, beg, borrow, and steal. Exhaust every possibility until none are left. And when hope has been whittled down to the very marrow of despair, that's when you'll come knocking on my door. Hope. Such a tease.
That's what separates us from the devil, soldier. They think our greatest strength is a weakness.
I've always wondered what a laughing mind flayer sounds like. All those pretty little symptoms, sundering skin, dissolving guts, they haven't manifested yet, have they? One might say you're a paragon of luck. I'll be there when it runs out.
Can't believe that devil just took us into the hells with a snap of his fingers. If I see him again, I'll wring his neck. My engine stopped fuming for one. But even without that, I could just feel it. Raphael was his name, right? He's trying to lure us into a game he knows we can't win. I'm not playing. Glad you're not either.
Now there's a bloody devil trailing after us. Well, this gets better and better. Shop around, he said. He seems sure we won't find anything. And he might be right. We've had no luck so far. I'm not about to trade a vampiric master for an infernal one. He's playing with us. Cazador, my old master, liked to toy with people too. Let them think there was hope right until the end. Until he snatched it all away. Creatures like them don't play games. Unless they know they can win. Maybe. But he's not the only one spinning a web for us. This is no ordinary Mind Flayer parasite. Who tampered with it, and why? What do they have planned for us? And why are we important enough that a devil comes knocking on our door? If we find those answers, we might have a chance.
Bloody hells. Literally. Just when I think I've got a grasp on our dilemma, a devil shows up. No matter. We've dealt with every other oddity thrown at us lately. We can handle this one too. Now, as for this Raphael, he knows our secret. He claims he can help. What do you make of him? I can feel you! Get out of my head! Do that again and I'll leave you to bleed out in this wilderness. Understand? And watch out for Raphael. He's better at getting into people's heads than you are, you ass. I was hoping you'd come to chat. What do you need? Very serious of you. But go ahead. Always good when I'm with you. Fine. What's on your mind? Quite splendidly, to give credit where it's due. You and I have shared...
Chill runs down your spine. Lady Shah's twin and nemesis, the moon goddess Seluna, was once worshipped here. Yet this place clearly fell to ruins long before goblins infested it. Perhaps due to the dark justiciars you found signs of. No matter. The truth will be revealed in time. You silently offer a prayer to Shah and her glory.
All these telltale signs of dark justiciars that we've been seeing, I'm having a hard time believing they're a coincidence. Still, there may be more to it. I need to keep alert, in case that suspicion amounts to anything. Still, there may be more to it. I need...
Follow my teaching. Follow Ragsling's. Obey the dragon. Serve the absolute.
Felt so strong.
How about I start following you, eh? How'd you like that?
Careful, I bite.
Bloody hell! What? Leave me alone!
A scrying eye. Best not do anything suspicious while it's watching. What to do?
Sorry to bother you, mistress. Got a message from the guards. We got visitors.
Goblins are such vile little parasites.
Given your own nature, are you really the one to judge?
inside.
Oi! Ain't no party in here. Shut it, Graw. Olak cleared us. Got a visitor for the drow, I do. My arse. What's a true soul want with any mate of yours? Private business, that is. Raiding business. But if anyone wants a piss pot guarded, we'll call. Just get your friend branded proper. Right, Sazza? Got better things to do than... No, you don't. Come on, then.
Oh, come on now. They're just having a bit of fun. We got 'em now, eh? And once the whelp starts singing... Being boozing won't make the branding go any easier. I tried.
Forgive the reception, eh, mate? Had some intruders a while back, can't be too careful. A druid? Can't be sure. Got one of them chained up below, though. Just follow the hollering.
It's good you ain't causing trouble. Boss means business now he's got the absolute in his ear.
I've got past.
We got 'em now.
Oh, smell that meat sizzling. Can't tell if it's the branding or the party. Making me bloody hungry either way.
In return, that'll be some real fun.
This ain't the party, mate. No fooling around. Get back down.
Bloody racket.
Something over there.
Oh, come on now. They're just having a bit of fun.
Aye, so
I'm
much
way
fun
too big.
that those thieves almost got past.
We got 'em now, eh? And once the whelp starts singing, we'll know who sent 'em.
Aye, might be we'll pay him a visit in return. That'll be some real fun.
I'm way too big.
Oh, I thought you was my replacement. But no. I bet Merg has drunk herself stupid.
Bloody racket.
Oh, come on now. They're just having a bit of fun.
Aye, so much fun that those thieves almost got past.
We got 'em now, eh? And once the whelp starts singing, we'll know who sent 'em.
Aye, might be.
Ain't polite to stare, Wormwalt. If you ain't got the guts to get branded, clear off. Ain't just a mark on the flesh, it's magic. Only them what follows the Absolute can see it. Lets us know you're on our side. That way, nobody will mess with ya. Priestess'll sort you out. Only thing she likes more than praying is burning folk.
Absolute's looking out for me now.
Smells like burnt flesh in here.
You here to get branded too? Priestess reckons we should get marked up before the next raid. Make sure whoever we're sticking it to knows we're doing it for the absolute.
Look at this. That's God's mark.
I ain't never felt so strong.
How you doing?
Now here's somebody special. The Absolute has touched you, hasn't she? Priestess Gut needs to touch you too. Hold out your arm so I can mark your flesh. Shows our devotion to the Absolute. These maggots see how strong we are with her guidance. Whole camp will be branded soon, and you should be too. You ready? Brace yourself. This'll sting. Maybe you don't need it. After all, you're special, ain't you? Like me.
She probes your mind, tangling your thoughts with hers. A familiar sensation. She too carries a parasite. Darkness seems to swallow the temple, leaving you with a vision of the goblin priestess receiving instruction from a handsome young man, one of the chosen. The vision dissolves away. You stand before the goblin priestess in the temple once again. Her faith floods into you, a tide of shuddering ecstasy. Her tadpole nestles within that mania, secure, hidden.
I feel you in there. Digging around. Works both ways. And I saw some weird shadows swimming around in your head just now. Maybe I can help with that. Us true souls gotta look out for one another. With the Absolute's will, I can fix anything. Let's deal with this in my chapel. It's private. Don't want this lot interfering with true soul business.
Oi! Priestess!
Affected like
we
us.
want the mark.
Why do they think they're talking to a god?
Ain't we good enough for the Absolute?
No interest in chatting to the Absolute myself. I've got enough going on up here.
You know, I've been catching myself smiling more lately. Very serious of you. But go. Even if I could remember, I'm not sure I'd tell you. I don't want your ego to get overinflated.
You still here?
That the jingle of coin I hear? You've timed it well, my friend. Already turned quite the profit today, so I'm feeling generous.
You recognize the crest she bears, the winged serpent of the Zentarim.
Half right, sharp eyes. A Zen is a normal trader. Just a matter of what's for sale. Weapons and other exotic goods, true enough. But most of all, we offer discretion. No judgment, no right and wrong, just good deals and bad. That a problem for you? You joking? Goblins sell the best prisoners. Cheap, quiet, and eager to be elsewhere. Till this crowd converted and started sending their captives to Moonrise Towers, at least. No complaints, mind. I just sold enough smoke powder to cover the loss 10 times over. Oh, dry your eyes, ill-mater. It's me or a goblin cookpot. I know which I'd choose. Now, much obliged for the chat, but I'm here to trade. Pleasure.
Nothing for you in there, mate.
Wouldn't go in there. Lest you fancy blowing your bones all the way to Baldur's Gate. Oi, come here. I ain't waiting around. Ready to clear your head? Whatever the Absolute tells me to. Don't worry, she loves you. I can tell. Don't want a crowd of gawpers. Everybody else needs to leave. Ready to clear your head? Don't want a crowd of gawpers. Ready to clear your head. Don't want a crowd of gawpers. Everybody else needs to leave.
What's the story?
No time to rest.
Ready to clear your head? Smart. All you need to do is open yourself to the Absolute. And I'll do the rest. Don't want anyone peeping on private matters, so... There we go. Secret and safe. Well, secret.
Psionic feelers creep across your mind like a pickpockets' fingers seeking flaws in fabric.
It's all slippery in there. What are you hiding? This ain't right. Why are you resisting me if you're one with the Absolute?
You repel her mental probes, concealing your memories.
There's something wicked burrowed in your brain. I can't get a grip on it. Let's start praying for help. I can't fix what's wrong with you. Best pray.
La, da, da, da.
Looking ahead.
Ready to clear your head? Smart. Don't want any... There we go.
Psionic feelers creep across your mind. Sifting deeper, she sees the mind flayer holding a wriggling tadpole to your eye. And then the vision lurches. And you are looking through her eyes as a tadpole squirms into her skull.
Helps! We need to fish that thing out before it eats any important parts of your brain. No. It's messing with your brain. You're seeing things, probably hearing voices too, yeah? Don't you worry. I've got everything I need to fix you. Might get a bit messy, though. You won't regret this. Being a true soul, you know the Absolute don't like to touch nothing unclean. So drink this. It'll purify ya. It's a liquid blessing. It'll cleanse you. And it tastes better than that rot gut at the party. Sweet dreams. I'll see your ugly mug on the other side. Wakey, wakey. Don't bother struggling. You ain't going nowhere. The Absolute wants to know all about that critter in your head. So start talking. Liar! We've both seen the monster that put it there, and I know what happens next. Stop trying to confuse me. You're a liar. Everything's clear since the Absolute chose me. You're the one that's broken. Do you even know who you are anymore? You ain't gonna lay a finger on me. You're finished. And I don't have to do nothing but wait. That thing inside your head is gonna eat your brain from the inside out. And eventually your skull will split and you'll cough up a mess of tentacles. You might have put up a fight in another life, freak. But not in this one. Not likely. You're forgetting one thing. I've got the Absolute to protect me. But you're on your own. Nothing more than a skin suit for that monster inside you. You're gonna be my new pet. A ferocious squiddy. All for myself.
You test the weight of the chains, looking for weak points. You slip free of the chains.
Free. For now. Open up. Schools for careful footwork.
You ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna split your head open.
Cutting to the chase.
I need to hold on.
keep your hands to yourself.
Softer than a whisper. A couple turns should do it.
What a day. On the hunt. With ease.
Let's get going. Just out of view.
You not supposed to be here. Leave!
You don't have permission to be here. You're about to be ejected. Valiant, but misguided. You've been seen re-entering a forbidden area. Apparently it's becoming rather tiresome.
No, this is good. Breathe deep and move. Let's move.
Watch this.
Blood follows me everywhere.
Can you feel death's cold grip? Just like old times. Yes.
Ready for another round?
Seems simple enough. Moving ahead.
What's that?
My faith will guide me.
Is that blood? No.
Well, some rests better than none.
What's that?
Not a chance I'll fit in there.
Moons and stars like on the dwarf's poem. Looks like these plates can move.
Something over there.
Bet I can crack that open.
Watch your back. Should be easy.
Never a dull moment.
Such depth to the shadows. I don't care what others say about the Underdark. It's beautiful down here.
I'm used to a crypt's gloom. This is something else.
What a charmer.
Keep your distance, darling. Oh, for a skeleton key.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
A long way to go still.
Still alive, so that's progress.
fighting. Got to focus.
Now this is my happy place. In position.
No time for mercy.
Shall we cut and run?
Need to act fast.
On my word.
No one's stopped me yet.
There better be a soft bedroll in my near future.
Can't afford to stay idle.
Let's move.
makes whatever's ahead even more intriguing.
Off we go then.
The Underdark, as if we didn't face enough dangers back up on the surface.
Can you believe this is my first time?
You know, for all the time, hardly a luxurious or its undersides, because it's... That's curious.
Not a chance I'll fit in there.
Gods, what's happening?
The air's thick with spores. They must thrive in the dark.
What in the nine hells is that?
They're coming. They're coming.
Careful. If we can hear it, Perhaps it can hear us.
They're coming. You're coming.
A slender drow blade impales the stone before you, keeping a silent vigil. No matter how you grip or tug, the sword remains firmly lodged in the stone.
Damn, it's good to be alive.
A slender drow blade impales the stone before you, keeping a silent vigil. No matter how you grip or tug, the sword remains firmly lodged in the stone. You can't recall anything this esoteric.
And these things have stayed interesting.
A slender drow blade impales the stone before you, keeping a silent vigil. You can't recall anything this esoteric. A slender drow blade impales the stone before you, keeping a silent vigil. A slender drow blade impales the stone before you, keeping a silent vigil. A slender drow blade impales the stone before you, keeping a silent vigil. slender drow blade impales the stone before you, keeping a silent vigil. It feels like you're warring with 10 people for the blade, but with another hard yank, the weapon slips free from the stone.
My faith protects me.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
Soldier.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Tim asks, known to cause confusion, best not get too close.
What's next, I wonder?
Can't give up now.
must keep going.
Trust no one. Watch the shadows. A subtle approach. Let's go.
Come on, can't stay idle.
What should I do?
My turn. Want another?
You need patching up. Take you.
Let's turn someone inside out. Now they see me. With pleasure.
What now? Death won't take me yet.
Karlak, it's go time. Need to learn the hard way. I need your help.
Let's find some prey. Spill some blood. Over here.
No choice but to keep going.
My faith will protect me.
Speak.
What's on your mind?
There you are, my friend. I have drunk, not alcohol, of course. A bear. He took a little of my blood. I took all of his. You're comparing plonk to vintage wine. You can make merry with either, but they're not the same. But Cazador fed me rats and bugs. And when you're used to drinking from a sewer, even plonk is a marked improvement. Not at all. Blood is life essence, and some creatures have so much more life than others. Cazador gave me just enough to keep me, well, alive, for lack of a better word, but never more than that. Still, that was the past. I'll never have to grovel for him again. I don't intend to grovel before anyone. The Mind Flayers gave us power, but left us to our own devices. Whatever they had planned for us, they failed. And now I'm left with this gift. The strength to take my own freedom. I'm not afraid to use it. And you shouldn't be, either.
Huh. So, that's...
I promised I'd be back. Don't worry. I have things under control. For now. You haven't been using the parasite's power. You think you don't need it. But things haven't gone as you expected. You thought Nettie might be able to help you in the Druid's Grove. But all she did was reaffirm the danger. You're desperate to be rid of it. Understandable. But you're looking for solutions in the wrong places. Your parasite is unusual. It is wrapped in magic that prevents its removal. Until the source of the tadpole's magic is destroyed, any attempt to remove it will kill you. The parasites are merely a symptom of a greater sickness in Faerun. I am not sure yet. To find the answers, we must first find the source. These parasites are more than a lethid spawn. They are vessels for control. The infected hear the voice of the Absolute and believe it to be a god. That is how the cult of the Absolute is spreading. The highest of their rank, the True Souls, carry a tadpole just like yours. It is how they receive their orders. It is what makes them obey. When the order to transform is given, it will not be a matter of days. They will be mind flayers in an instant. Were it not for my protection, so would you. I have powers of my own. Unique powers. But know that we are alike. Just like you, I was infected with a mind flayer parasite. Just like you, I seek to be free of it. I've been trying to escape from this evil for a long time. Once, I almost succeeded. Now, through you, I've been given a new chance. You can go where I cannot, and I can protect you from that evil. If we work together, we may turn this around. Hells, they need me. I have to go. No, it isn't safe. The power I used to protect you, I stole it from someone. They want it back. I will hold them off for as long as I can, but sooner or later I will be worn down. You must discover the source of the magic that controls the parasites before that happens. Follow the cultists' trail. They will lead you to their masters. Use the powers your parasite gives you to convince them you are one of them. And when you find the source of their magic, destroy it. Go. Our freedom depends on it.
I had another dream. Which, I suppose, means you did as well. Whoever's reaching out to us truly does seem opposed to the Absolute, but wants us to embrace the tadpole. Venture right into the heart of the cult. Perhaps we truly have a secret protector. Or we're walking into a trap.
I had another visit from that dream figure. I take it you did too. It claims that if we infiltrate the heart of the cult that's giving out these parasites, we'll find the answers we're looking for. It gave me another gift, too. Just like it did the first time it appeared. Rather generous, if you ask me. And while we're at it, we can see how many more of these little worms we can harvest. Now, was there anything else?
Another visit from the Golden Paladin. It said we'll get the answers we need about the tadpole if we infiltrate the cult. Indeed.
I've been dreaming of our enigmatic visitor again. She told me our purpose was to take on this cult of the Absolute, to infiltrate its ranks and bring it down from the inside. She even offered me greater powers, the result of some manipulation of the tadpole's psionic abilities. Given the magnitude of what we're up against, I see no harm in considering the benefit this offer might afford us. Could be the only way to reach this source in one piece. admire the vigor with which you uphold your principles. But I would remind you that the evils of the Absolute are far greater than any moral compromise we might make by using our tadpole's full potential. Your confidence in our existing capabilities is quite rousing, though. Perhaps that spirited enthusiasm will be strength enough to subdue the cult when the time comes. I assure... Don't get me wrong. You did well. The somatic but I was still your conduit to perform such a feat. Yet it is life's most worthy pursuit in my impartial, if not.
Fate, dost thou require a new ally?
I had another dream last night. The visitor came to me and ordered me to penetrate the heart of the very cult that's spreading the infection. It gave me a tadpole gift too, just like it did the first time it appeared. I suppose it hoped this would help. At first, I thought we should avoid these gifts no matter what advantage we gain. And yet, I can't help recall the words of my father. The best plan is the one that works. These powers could be enough to edge us towards victory. Very well. If it's mind games these parasites wish to play, we'll play. And we'll win. He brings to mind a story. The Devil with the Silver Tongue. An old fairy tale my father read to me. The kind with a hero, a villain, and a moral. A farmer made a deal with the devil, so the story goes. In exchange for the farmer's dearest fruit, the devil granted him a bottomless coin purse. The farmer's dearest fruit, naturally, was no apple nor peach, but his beloved daughter. We can learn a lot from fairy tales, don't you think? Do not trust Raphael. Is that plain enough? Refuse him, no matter how tempting the offer, no matter how delicious the feast he lays out for you. The cost will be too great. I didn't, and I couldn't. My soul was a necessary price to pay for... You know I can't say more, but I can say this. I had but one road I could travel. For now, you have a dozen, 100, 1,000 to choose from. A road that leads to a devil is the very last one you should follow.
Another dream. Another order from that dubious visitor. It announced that we will find the answers we seek in the Absolute Cultist's lair, and offered another generous gift. A persuasive creature. It tempts us with power, expresses its admiration, its adoration. Avert your eyes whenever it appears, and do not avail yourself of this new power, no matter how alluring. You've no idea what damage it could do to us, how far into illithid madness it could drag us. Yes, the one truth that fell out of its cankered lips. There will come a battle, but it will be one with swords, not mind games born of brainworms. It is a certainty.
I had assumed our parasites served a Geich elder, but I believe they serve a greater master still. A question that burns in my belly day and night. Elders and collectives abide by their own tenets. It would require a powerful creed to unite them. And now this voice, this creed, finds our own ears. If it reaches this plane, it may reach others.
Nothing important is ever easy. What path lies before me?
Talk to me. On the move.
Bye forever, pal. Over there.
Survival is all that matters.
Hop, hop.
A better position.
Time to push my luck again. One day I'll catch a break.
Got to concentrate. Got to move.
I'm heating up. Covered.
Let's have a little fun. This way.
Still breathing, despite everything. Light on my feet.
Let's finish this. On I go.
Let's cook with fire, baby. Close ranks.
like fun.
So, that's what people mean when they talk about butterfly. What's next?
No one back home will ever believe this.
Copper for your thoughts?
Broken bones. Must have fallen. trap.
I'm ready.
I have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it. Step carefully. There's a trap. All right then. With a flick of the wrist.
How delicious. Simple.
Is that blood? No, never mind. The Zentarim, mercenaries and cutthroats. Useful friends if you can afford them. Be wary. This place is trapped.
What now?
Can't give up now.
Someone there? Easy.
Never a dull moment. Doesn't work.
Damask and torch stalks. Hell of a combination. Get confused by one, blown up by the other.
You are swallowed by a chorus of turbulent music. Through one creature sing many voices, the harmony of an entire collective.
Sovereign, he has come. He is here.
The choir fades. A single melody rises above the others, brassy and commanding.
I am sovereign.
You see a vision. Your lifeless body wrapped in fungal tendrils. The Sovereign is threatening you.
State your purpose.
Detect a distinct quiver in every note. These creatures have experienced recent tragedy. Fungal roots weave through your mind, seeking your true intent. Then the Sovereign drones a new melody, cautious but welcoming.
Descend to me. Let us speak in flesh.
The persistent music coaxes you forward. The Sovereign expects you. Fungus and mold glaze. A voice drifts into your mind.
Leave this one. Seek. Seek me. Seek the...
The Myconid denounces your theft. It means to punish you. The Myconid calms.
Seek. Seek.
Ah, a visitor. You're a welcome sight. But let us observe the customs of the locals.
The scholar's brow tenses. His voice spills into your skull, the spores connecting mind to mind.
Blurg, proud member of the Society of Brilliance, at your service. Or perhaps not. Your mind is far more complex than that of the fungi. Understandable. We are small in number and rarely stay in one place for long. My colleagues and I are working to improve conditions in the Underdark. This need not be such a dire, hostile place. It's curious to find a surface dweller here. What has brought you down so deep? Truly remarkable. But why come to the Underdark, where they hold so much power? You were infected by an illithid tadpole? It's a miracle you're still intact. You must be worried sick, but have no fear. I have a friend who may be able to assist. Omelium!
I hope this is important, Blurg. My Zerkwood samples need constant attention.
It is. This adventurer has an illithid tadpole inside his head, but he hasn't turned.
No ceromorphosis. That's impossible, but intriguing. Are you looking to have it extracted? I have broken free from the Elder Brain's yoke. I no longer serve the grand design. I ask that you refrain from violence, while I respect that your opinion of my kind may not change. A collective quest to eliminate the Gith and enslave all other humanoids. If that settles matters for the time being, would you like a diagnosis? Open your mind to me. Let us see what lurks within.
As the Meloan's mind pierces yours, the tadpole pulses with power. It feels 10 times its size. Alive, awake, almost smug.
This is most unusual. The incubation period should be complete, as should your transformation. But the larva is infused with strange magic. It appears to be in some form of stasis. I can only theorize, but I suspect your transformation would be both agonizing and instantaneous.
I thought it was always agonizing, Ammelium.
Well, yes, but that wasn't my point. Of course. I am sorry I cannot assist you in its removal. But I have an idea.
Oh, perhaps I should start taking notes.
There may be a way to bypass that stasis. There are many alchemical substances that can influence the mind. I do not intend to shatter its protection. I need only bypass the interference that prevents me from communicating with the lava. A tincture distilled from a collection of rare mushrooms. They have subtle psionic influence. I would require a fresh ton of madness and Timusk spores. But be warned, in their natural state, both of these mushrooms can be quite dangerous. Timusks cause confusion in those that approach them. The tongue is self-explanatory.
The Underdark, of course, although they are quite rare, and their discovery perilous. I imagine Lenore would have them in her possession. She served Mystra as a cleric. She is quite fond of her garden. Lenore has always been a lonely sort. Nature was her only companion. I offered her the chance to join the society, but she refused. Her experiments on Susa bark took priority.
May your travels be safe and swift. I have never seen anything like it.
Welcome back. Have you made any new discoveries? The feeling is mutual, friend. I have only passing familiarity with the surface races. But I found that there is as much to learn from an individual as there is from a community. So it is with the Myconids. They live in harmonious unity, but each has a unique personality. Yes, but it has abundant natural resources. Spores, water orbs, Trillimac. I've studied them for years.
There is rare magic in the Underdark too. Fairsress. It radiates from the earth, warping, teleportation, and divination magic.
This is not a wasteland. It is a glorious ecosystem. Every civilization here could thrive without conflict. I do enjoy a good bargain, if anything in my private collection is to your liking. Very well.
I greet you, child of the sun. How has your search for the mushroom? I was born with a propensity for arcane magic my people despise. It gave me the strength to resist the Elder Brain. Every waking hour I pushed back against its dire hold. My wizardry empowered me. The moment its control shattered, I fled. Before the colony discovered I had defected. In the beginning, I had an arrangement with a lich. Excellent company, despite what one would expect. I required brains, he required souls. A perfect symbiosis. But our ambitions eventually splintered. I wished to better the world, and he preferred its rot. So I left his company. And thus I now feed from those who act against the Society's goals. Perhaps the peoples of the Underdark will be less inclined to violence if they comprehend the cost, yes? A tongue of madness, you may find them in nature, or the nearby cleric's tower. Be cautious.
How is your more personal research progressing?
Not well. The nutrition my species receives from other minds is difficult to emulate.
Worry not, friend. You'll find the key soon enough.
Seek. Seek.
Off we go then.
Keeping the old turnip.
Attention!
Want Master back.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it.
Seems the shrooms are letting in more people every day. You see a fella on his own on your way in. Dwarf. Balin's his name. Bald, blue tunic, dumb as a stick. Right now, waiting for that idiot Balin's return. Less you've seen him, we don't have much to discuss. Like I told you already, I'm waiting for that lummox Balin. The rest is my own business. Right. Never mind. Knock yourself out? But don't come begging for coin if you find him. You try to ransom him to me, you'll find yourself skint and stuck with a fat old lout. My useless husband. Sent him for an errand. It's no surprise he's made a mess of it. Where are you?
Fleshwalker, tongue talker. Far you've come. Reach into memory. Tell me of home.
It cringes in response to your sunny vision. It reveals its own home in reply. A humid cove filled with decaying myconid corpses.
Dwegar destroyed my people. I am a sovereign with no circle. I do not belong here. I am not welcomed here. I grow among them, yet I am not of them.
Should be enough to cover rent.
Seek. Seek.
Raise the dead. That's interesting.
Seek.
Where are you?
I grow among...
I'd love to, thanks.
Reach into memory. Tell me of...
It shivers in resonance with it, reveals its own home in reply. A humid cove.
Swear God, I do not...
Wits and blades, always sharp.
Reach into memory. Tell me of home.
It reveals its own home in reply. A
Swear God, I
Well, hello.
Reach into memory.
It shivers in response. It reveals its own home in...
I've got a long road ahead. What's that?
Balin, where are you?
That's a friendly-looking shadow.
Seek.
Keep a blade close.
What to do? Corpses. These creatures did battle with Dwergar. Wish I had a bag of holding. A camp. Looks abandoned.
The names of settlements are crossed out. Breachstone, Sinkhole, Salson, Lolth, Old Kell, Demons. Into the hall, you see only darkness. It's impossible to tell how deep it goes by sight alone. Your call echoes as it plunges downward, before gradually fading away. Looking into the hall, you see your call echoes.
Something out of the tree.
What made
almost like an
like
invisible
that?
hand pulling me towards it.
burn yourself.
I was hoping you'd come to chat. What do you need?
Wanna dance?
Let's move.
Some rest's better than none.
These flowers. What is this feeling? Very well.
Put him up. Find a route.
Let's have some courage. Step quick.
I'm ready.
Got to move.
Hells. We're attracting too much attention. Time to press ahead.
smell blood. Soldier.
Time to move.
Ready.
With finesse. I wonder if this is worth the cost.
This is gonna feel good.
Can't afford to let up. Let's end this.
Take you.
Blood comes easy these days.
Gods, it's hot in here. Count on me.
Hungry for the slaughter. Time for a new approach. Keep them guessing. Let's do it. Well, so much for peace.
Let's go. The hammer's gonna fall.
There's blood in the air. To the shadows.
I'm ready.
Take you.
Let's finish this.
Nothing will stand in my way.
What should I do?
Take you.
Where do I go from here?
Shall we dance?
Got to focus.
No!
They won't know what bit them. Don't look now.
Let's end this.
Ready or not? While they're distracted.
Ready.
trace.
Need to act fast.
According to these notes, there's an adamantine forge down here.
Something's guarding it. Something vulnerable to a hot hammer. Whatever that is.
My condition likes being ignored as little as I do. I must consume another artifact. And soon. Thank you. Good gods. It hardly has any effect. Oh, Mistra, have mercy on us all. Listen, I need to speak to you, to all of you. It would be unconscionable of me to remain silent. I might just be about to remedy that. You have to know who I was. You have to know who I really am. What I am is a walking shadow of the promise I once held. I'm what one might call a wizard prodigy. Who from an early age could not only control the weave, but compose it. Much like a musician or a poet. Such was my skill that it earned me the attention of the mother of magic herself. The Lady of Mysteries. The goddess Mistra. She revealed herself to me and she became my teacher. In time, she became my muse. And later, even my lover. Oh, yes. We enjoyed each other's company. Body, mind, and soul. But even so, I desired more. You see, no matter how powerful a wizard we mortals can become, we never scratch more than the surface of the weave. Mistra keeps us in check. There are boundaries she doesn't let us cross. Yet, every time I was with her, I stood on the precipice, gazing into the wonders that lay beyond. I sought to cross her boundaries. I tried to convince her. I pouted. I pleaded. Swore my ambition was only to serve her better. She only smiled and told me to be contented. But inconceivable as it seems to me now, I shared a bed with a goddess, and yet I wasn't satisfied. So I sought to prove myself worthy to her instead. We come now to the crux of my folly. Shall I share the story behind it, or would you rather head straight to its sordid finale? Very well. Here goes. Once upon a very long time ago, a mighty lord lived in a tower. A flying tower, to be precise. I'll save his history for another time, but the gist of it is that he sought to usurp the goddess of magic so that he could become a god himself. He almost managed, but not quite. And his entire empire, Netheril, came crashing down around him as he turned to stone. The magic that was unleashed that day was phenomenal. Roiling like the prime chaos that outdates creation. Even the weave itself could not withstand the onslaught. It fractured, then shattered, and all magic was lost to the mortal realms, until the day Mystra returned. She restored the weave, reuniting all its scattered shards. Or so I thought. Until, in the course of my studies, I learned of a book. A Netherese tome in which a piece of the fractured weave had been sealed beyond her reach. What if, I thought, what if, after all this time, I could return this lost part of herself to the goddess? The answer was to try. And the outcome was to fail. I was certain that this deed of raw power, draped in romance, would convince Mystra to take me by the hand and welcome me into her hitherto forbidden domains. I was mistaken. I obtained the fabled book and took it into my study. As for what happened next... Here. Place your hand over my heart. Let me show you.
You feel the tadpole quiver as you realize Gale is letting you in, into the dark. You've seen this before. The book, the black tendrils of chaos weave that lash out and overtake you. The dread is as real as the first time. The oppression just as unbearable.
Thankfully, the moment I absorbed the fragment wasn't enough to kill me outright. It was only the beginning. This Netherese blight, this orb, for lack of a better word, is balled up inside my chest. And it needs to be fed. As long as I absorb traces of the weave from potent enough sources, it remains quiet. Were it ever to fully destabilize, however. Rather worse, actually. I will erupt. I don't know the exact magnitude of the eruption, but given my studies of Netherese magic, I'd say even a fragment as small as the one I carry, it'd level a city the size of Waterdeep. We might chance upon a king's collection of magical artifacts around the corner. We might cross paths with a miracle round the bend. Then again, we might not. All of this. It must feel like a betrayal. Say the word, and we'll part ways. Once I'd step out of the protective aura of the artifact, it wouldn't be long before the Absolute overtakes me. I'd never let that happen, so I'd aim for a swift end. I would consume some midnight tears and venture as deep into the Underdark as I possibly could. Till they cloud my eyes forever. With a bit of luck, I'd manage to make it to a Mind Flayer colony so that when the orb erupts, one loud, last song of vengeance would reverberate through the dark. Wouldn't be a heroic end, but coarsely poetic enough in its justice. That is a great relief. Oh, a great relief indeed. You truly are a soul that steals my own. From all my new rallied heart, I thank you. I thank you all. I understand if you stand against me. I'm humbled if you stand with me. Either way, I will do my best not to let you down. I stand at a precipice, but if you do not give up hope, neither shall I. I'll fight. I'll resist as long as I can. Now, Even I am tired of the sound of my own voice. Let us venture forth.
You carry a Githyanki relic. I will have an explanation, or your head.
Walk away. Now. I won't warn you again.
Remove yourself if you are so easily offended. This is not your concern.
Nonsense. You're just finally showing us what you really are. A reaver to the bone.
Spare your indignity. Every word that spills from your mouth is worth less than the last.
Lae'zel thinks I have something important to her people. She's deluded, clear.
Lies. She carries an heirloom of my people. I must know why. The bad blood must be purged. A jewel, come first light.
You mean I'd get to prove you wrong and thrash you? I love it. Get some rest, Lae'zel. You'll need it. You had every chance to look the other way. But here we are. You chose this.
Spare me the justifications, coward.
If anyone asks, I'll say you were transforming. Don't expect to be mourned. She's a liability. It's the artifact we need, not her.
Let me up, and I'll show you.
Can I do that, Lae'zel? Can I turn my back on you?
Never. Thieves aren't afforded such luxury.
Loosen the grip on your pride for one blasted moment, won't you? We needn't be enemies. There's plenty of those to go around already.
What would you have? That we be friends?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But imagine what we might achieve if we channeled some of that hostility back at our real foes, instead of each other. They wouldn't stand a chance.
Speak. It is over where I am concerned. Yes. I'm sure you believe that. Reality would not reflect your ego, I'm afraid. I have a confession. I was too hasty to judge you. I thought you witless, gutless, unimpressively bland. Yes, all that is true. I am cold as the sea of night. But you have stoked fires I didn't know I possessed. I swear, you would tear the horns off one dragon for plunging into another. You've gained my respect, and more still, my yearning. When I come near, your odor alone is enough to make my neck sweat and my hairs stand on end. If you must know, Vlaakith requires everything of her children. I can't count how many bruises I've inflicted. Can't measure how much blood I've drawn in the Undying Queen's name. I know only blood red and death black. My mind is silver, and my body steel. I am what I must be. Say what I must be. To survive every beast I face and every wound I bear. Enough talk. I will be plain. I want to taste you. Perhaps tonight, perhaps later. But I want it all the same. Do you? Yes. Perhaps one night soon, I will come to your bunk and take what is mine. Until that night comes, I shall keep enjoying your scent.
I don't think there'll be any more trouble between Lae'zel and I, if you were wondering. We can all sleep easier now. Well, apart from all the rest.
Relax. We'll kiss and make up on our own time. Someone prodding at a newly opened wound doesn't help matters.
Oh, I really thought Shadowheart and Lae'zel might fight to the death over that artifact. A pity. It would have made for a fine...
Very glad Shadowheart and Lae'zel settled things without letting any blood. I would have enjoyed...
I hope that's the end of this silly quarrel. They'll...
Fate, dost thou require a new...
I'll say one thing for our troop. We're not short on drama. I'm glad Shadowheart and Lae'zel settled their differences peacefully. Ah, yes. Karsus. Karsus was perhaps the most powerful wizard that ever... And he tried. With a spell of his own devising, Mistral, she was called then. Imagine as Karsus aimed his spell at her. Too late did he realize what he had unleashed. It would have been the end of the goddess of magic is all magic. By dying, it was the end of Mistral. The end of Karsus, as the child who would be a god was turned to stone. An event that came to be known as Karsus's folly. For a spell. Mistral was reborn as Now, so many centuries later, I try to follow in the footsteps of Karsus. Not to destroy, try to control only a fraction of the magic that was on Gale's folly, one might call it. History, repetition. It's the way things go. If it should ever come to that, if I ever know I am no longer able to stop it, I will find the remotest place on the surface of Faerun. I will await that death, alone. I promise I will not betray your trust. You kept me by your side despite the menace that I am. If worst comes to worst, I will be long gone before the curtain falls.
There's something I want to talk to you about. Something important. I could have died in that pod, back on the Nautiloid. You could have died, spending twice over, in fact. You supported me against Lae'zel. I may not have survived that night without you. I'm trying to say that you've earned my trust in a way very few ever have. I want that to mean something. I want you to know more about me, at least from what I can remember. As long as I've prayed to Lady Shah, I've wished to serve her as a Dark Justiciar. There is scarcely a greater way to fully dedicate yourself to Lady Shah, save perhaps if you become the head of her church. To become a Dark Justiciar is to become the Night Singer's sword arm, her implement with which she will cast down the unbelievers and win the final battle to restore her perfect, endless darkness. It's all I ever wanted. I prayed it was my calling. But Mother forbid me from seeking to prove myself worthy of the rank. She said I was not ready. Not my mother, I should add. The Mother Superior, head of Lady Shah's enclave in Baldur's Gate. Sometimes I wonder if she would ever deem me ready. I owe her everything, and I only wish to serve, yet she can prove inscrutable. You know, I've been catching myself